a little aside as opposed to.
Hi, everybody. This is Reverend Brenda Merritt Mata, and we're here at Wiggums Hollow Skate Park to celebrate the 3 years since Zachary has transitioned into pure energy. And we're just having a feast right now. And we wanted to include whoever was interested in joining us. And this is Olga and Anjali and me, and we're having all kinds of food. And yeah, so it's really garlicky. Did I put too much garlic in it?
It's hot.
Uh-oh.
For me, on the wood.
I wonder if I must have put too much garlic. I put extra in this time. I was thinking of you too. I was thinking like, oh, maybe too much mustard.
Yeah.
Oh, I did put extra mustard too. When I put the extra garlic, I remembered you yesterday saying nothing's good without onion and garlic in it.
Specify the amount.
Can I have some spinach? So we got a spinach salad with homegrown soybean and mung bean sprouts, homemade oil-free hummus and veggies and hummus and fruit and veggies, more veggies, and we got apple spice muffins for dessert, coconut milk and coffee. I was just saying on a video earlier, you guys, that this event is reminding me that it's not about the quantity of friends, it's about the quality of friends, and how blessed I feel to have you guys here and how special it is to me that you've joined me. And it's really awesome to me how I woke up the other day and I swear my son was saying to me, Mom, it's not anything about anything other than agape love. Just do the ceremony about agape love. And it really hit me hard. It was like I got up at like 2 a.m. and changed the event description and went back to bed. That's how intense it was. And then this morning, Olga, I haven't told you. So like I've been working really hard at releasing the emotions of the past traumas and things. And we've never really talked about how I got molested by both my parents, and I've been raped multiple times and 19 surgeries, lots of trauma and lots of emotional attachment to the trauma. And doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, I've learned to fall in love with my past and release all the emotions and allow it just to be pure wisdom in my life. And this morning when I was at the lake, sitting barefoot in the grass at the lake, it dawned on me that I love that my son died too, and how much it's brought me in the last 3 years of like living in the afterglow of his transition and all the things that I've done since then, and how like I don't think I've told you, but my psychiatrist told me that I no longer have any identification as bipolar. Oh, okay. So he was saying that it was in remission. Now he's saying atypical, which means no medical proof of those diagnoses at all. And like if my son wouldn't have transitioned, there wouldn't be such a powerful message in our family history, you know. And I'm not saying I'm glad he died, but I'm okay with it, and I love that as being a part of who I've become, and like that's part of who I am, and I love who I am, and so like I get to love that part too, you know. And for a minute I thought, wow, don't I feel guilty for thinking I love that my son died? And I thought, no, I don't, because it's part of my journey and it's part of his journey, and he clearly was here on earth for as long as he was meant to be, and I get to be okay with that, you know. I don't have to have it run my life. I don't have to like be one of those people that had their kids die 10 years ago and can be convinced that they'll never get over it. I don't have to be that person. And I'm glad, you know. I don't want it to plague me. I think my son would want me to thrive in life. Seriously, you know.
Your son wants you to enjoy the life, basically yourself.
he don't want you kind of feel you're sorry for anything what happened. He
Yeah.
wants to be that you be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand what we talk about when we talk about that you are happy about what happened. But it not mean that you're really happy. You realize that your son still with you and still he wanted you to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Instead to feel you like excuse for his what happened.
You know, if it was me and I ended up being the person that transitioned first, I know for me, I would want the people left behind to live a life of thriving happiness and joy and not be forever mourning my loss. Like, because I don't believe I lost him. I know I haven't. He's just
Never.
changed energy. He's changed form. He's no longer form.
He may be what does mean. He may be on different form of life right now.
Mhm.
Never know.
Mm-hmm. All I know is I feel him with me all the time. And this morning when it hit me that I loved that part of my past too, I sensed how proud he was of me and how happy he was that I felt that way, you know? Mm-hmm.
He wants
Yep.
to enjoy the life and being whatever you are.
Yep. I mean, and the reality of it is I miss his laugh. I miss his hugs. There's some human things that I miss that I may always miss, but I don't miss him because he hasn't left. I feel him all the time. And we do these certain meditations with Dr. Joe Dispenza called Blessing of the Energy Centers. And we take our awareness up into the collective consciousness and then we come back down. And one day when I brought my energy back down into my body, I felt his energy with me and I felt this major, intense, intimate hug inside me energetically. And it was so powerful. And that instant, I got grateful that he was pure energy because I'd never felt that from him before. It was really amazing. Okay, have you ever done a Labyrinth Walking Meditation? Okay.
You walk in, walk out.
So in ancient belief, it was and still is a journey in the labyrinth is to go within. So as you walk, you go within and you go within further and further until you hit the center. And then you pause and then you come back out. And when you come back out, you come back with an awareness from your inner self. It's been done for thousands of years. And the labyrinth is right over there.
Yeah, that's it.
So I bought some really special candles and stones that I'm going to put on an altar in the middle to symbolize Zach and his energy before we start and light the candles. One has a dragonfly. It's a handmade ceramic candle holder from this woman. She's a really awesome woman. And a dragonfly is like really, really old. They've been around for millions of years. And I don't know if you know that. They're one of the oldest insects ever. And they symbolize shape-shifting because they morph from being one thing into a completely different thing, just like a butterfly. But they're so symbolic and powerful because they're so old. And so one has a dragonfly and another one has an owl on it. An owl is very magical, especially at nighttime, and it helps you get in touch with your inner mystic. So those are the candles. And then the other candle is a rainbow made of coconut wax, and I bought it a rainbow candle because my son had sexual identity confusion, and it was very hard for him. He had been assaulted by a man, and he liked it, and it made him feel all kinds of emotions about himself and his identity, and he never really came to peace with that. So I bought a rainbow candle to recognize that that was a part of him, you know. And I bought an aura crystal at the Alchemy Festival a couple of weeks ago. It's a stone that's supposed to help you get in touch with your inner aura. And a crystal, it's a special kind of setup of a crystal where it's supposed to help you get even more clarity than a regular crystal. And then I brought a bunch of amethyst, which is for universal healing. And there's 2 more, and I forget what they're for.
We can take my crystal out too.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that for? I forget. I think it's aventurine.